Hi, thanks for watching my video. The other day I made a video describing how I moved items from Grid Map Legacy to my level, and I posted it on Facebook and shared it with some people who were asking questions how to do that. Someone made a comment about the difference between levels that are incorporated within BeamNG and mods made by other people, and how to get products or props like all these props from one level to another. So that's what I'm going to show. This is going to be about how you get all of this stuff, pretty much everything you see on this level. This is the new grid map, and we're going to get all of this into the level that I'm making. And there is a different, it's not a different process, it's just in a different location. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So it's just a very, very deep file location. It's your C drive, program 86, Steam apps, common, BeamNG, content, levels, grid map 2, levels, grid map 2, art, shapes, and then you get to your files. So I'm going to show you how to get to all that. So C drive, program 86, Steam apps, common, BeamNG, content, levels, and we want to find grid map v2 and go to levels, grid map v2, art, and we want prefabs, so we're going to grab prefabs and move it over here. And we also want shapes and grid. This is everything we want. So we need grid. So there we got the files that we want. That's everything from grid map v2, the new grid map. So let's start over and go to our new location. So documents, BeamNG.drive, 024, mods, and go to your level, whatever you want. In this case, it's going to be Tower of Death. Tower of Death. So we'll go to level, Tower of Death, art, and we'll go, let's see, shapes. I don't have a prefab, so we're just going to drop prefabs in here. So that was easy, because prefabs is done. All the prefab levels and V2 are now part of my level. You don't have to do anything, because it's already built. You can see there's no materials folder in there. Now grid, let's make sure we don't have a grid here. We do not. But let's open this up and go to materials before we do anything. Oh, it's way up here. We just want to look at the level. We're going to change grid map v2 to Tower of Death, but we just want to look at everything after that. Art, shapes. So we have to make sure we keep this structure the same. So levels, art, shape. Okay. So we're in shapes. So we're going to put grid and shapes. Make sure we don't have another grid file here, and we do not. There's a lot of stuff in that folder. So now we're going to open up grid and go to our materials folder. This time it's at the bottom. And let's shut both of these down because I don't want anybody out there to get confused with anything. So now we have our materials folder. So we just have to change this address to match our new address, because remember we dropped it in the my file location, which is Tower of Death. So the only thing that, and we dropped it in shape, so everything's good. The only thing we have to do is highlight grid map v2 and hit Control H, and here you want to make sure you're on the second tab, which is replace, and we're going to replace grid map v2 with the name of my level, Tower of Death. This would be whatever your level is. And make sure you use the underscores. Don't use spaces. Replace all. We had 82 occurrences. Just, oh, see, I made a mistake. I misspelled tower. That's the thing. Pay attention to details. Don't make any mistakes. So we're going to replace Tower of Death with Tower of Death. And we should have the same number of occurrences. Let's make sure. Tower of Death, yes. Okay, there we go. And that got 82, same as before. So levels, Tower of Death, arch. Okay. Control S to save. Click yes. Let's shut that down. Shut this down. And now let's reopen it again. And just make sure everything is still the same and everything was saved correctly. Okay. Now, if all worked well, so here we are again, Tower of Death. Let's press F11. J will freeze everything. Go to our asset browser. We're in Art. Here's our prefabs. This is everything that's already got materials attached to it. You don't have to associate any materials with anything. Everything's already done for you. These are all prefabs. There's one more. Okay, let's get rid of those. Now let's go to Shapes, Grid, and this is all the other stuff. This is everything that's from Grid Map V2, the new grid map. Very easy to do. So that's it. I hope that's very clear. It's just a different file structure. It's very, very deep to get to. It's, like I said, it's C, Programs, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, BeamNG, Content, Levels, Grid Map V2, Levels, Grid Map V2, Art, Shapes. And then you get your prefabs folder, and then you get your, in this case, I think it was called a grid folder. Grid? Yeah, grid folder. Just copy everything in there and use Notepad++ to change the file structure, and you got everything you need from Grid Map V2. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.